Yeah, yeah, I know. That's changing tomorrow, though, I think, huh? Cold front's coming in. Yeah, hopefully we get some snow. All right, it's 10:30. Let's do it. Okay, you guys finding a good spot. Let's start with breathing. We'll put our hands over our belly button. And so we're going to have our feet are flat on the ground. Our knees are slightly bent. Tuck your chin back and in. See if you can feel that like a string is pulling you up from the crown of your head. So your chin tucks back and in. You have a long back neck there. And your hands over your belly button. And then breathe in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. In through the nose. And notice when you breathe in, let your belly expand. And exhale. Feel your diaphragm go, expanding out and around like an umbrella. And then squeeze your belly a little bit on the exhale. Just notice this is your first move that you could do throughout your day anytime you need it. Maybe just check in because we have a tendency to kind of just get in our chest with our breathing and be tight with it. And you can help your body relax just by taking some nice, slow, deep breaths just for a minute. There you go. And clear out your lungs, won't it? All right. Let's do a little, we'll even do some spinal cord breathing. This is another good one. Inhale and exhale. Curve it out. Inhale. Do a little back bend, like a pull up. Exhale. Push out the breath a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Keep doing that. A lot of moves in Qigong and Tai Chi have this kind of yin yang quality where your chest is expanding on this one and then kind of collapsing, rounded back on this one. Opposites. Yin yang is opposites, and they're constantly flowing into each other. The yin yang actually is like two fish chasing its tail. It's it's kind of cool to think of it like that. So we're inhale. This is one fish. Now we're changing into the other fish. All right. We good enough? Okay, then our other favorite, pretty much do this every time, knocking on the door of life. So yeah, watch out for tables and chairs. You might have to move. So again, your feet are flat, your knees are slightly bent, and you're twisting at the waist. And that twist is allowing the momentum of your arms. So you're not moving your arms, you're twisting your waist and letting that twist, letting the momentum go into your arms. See if you can get that feeling. Remembering to breathe in through the nose. Yeah, a nice sigh can help release tension. Then we'll come up to our lung points, which kind of at the end of our collarbone, right before our shoulder. Our fists are pretty big, so you're probably going to hit it. And we're still hitting our lower back. And the lung points are the gateways to the immune system. So this is a good way to strengthen our immune system. Great thing to do this time of year. And then we'll come up to our traps. So we make our hand like a little cup and come straight down on our traps, helping to release tension. This is an area we hold a lot of tension. This is a great thing to do every morning, like as a wake up. Give up your coffee and do this instead. Okay, do this and coffee. There we go. We'll be before. Uh, I'm trying to start an insurrection, huh? All right. Do our and then we'll do water waves. We just let our hands glide through the air. It's okay if this class makes you yawn. I won't be offended. It makes me yawn. It means you've gotten, yeah, it means you've gotten into your parasympathetic, your rest and digest state. So that's a good thing. I'll slow it down, come to the middle, and maybe just notice already just from doing that little knocking. Maybe you notice some tingling in your fingers already as we release tension. So tension is like caught up energy. It's like energy in knots. And when we relax, the energy can start flowing in our body. And when energy flows, it hurts less. We hurt less. It goes to our joints. It makes us feel more energized. So that's why we work on that. We're working, this is more of we work on our energy system. All right. So let's do something not too hard. We'll do our staggered stance. So one thing that's a little different with Tai Chi and Qigong, like versus yoga, like yoga, a lot of times you end up being on a line or something with your feet. If you just take that back foot and step it out a little bit, Tai Chi is more concerned about staying in balance. Like, it is like a martial art. So you want to like a puppy could run through there, right? So you don't want to be you don't want your heels in line on this one, just a little bit out, bend your knees, and we're going to hinge forward over that front leg and just shake out your arm. And then on the inhale, we're just going to pull our shoulder up, back, and down. And then come back down, shake it out, up, back, and down. We also practice shifting the weight. So when you're hinged over, you're in your front leg, and then shift the weight into your back leg as you roll that shoulder. There's another one I hadn't seen in a while. Good to see you. All right. So just inhale, up, back, and down. All right, let's switch sides. So whichever leg you had in front, change it out. That one goes in the back. And then whatever leg you have in front, that's the arm. Hinge forward, shake out that arm. Inhale, bring that shoulder up, back, and down. And if hinging hurts your back or anything like that, you can just stay upright with it. So always modify the move to fit your body. And this is one you could sit in a chair if you're getting your feet start hurting or something. You can sit in a chair if that's what's working for you today. We're just this practice, like I said, working with our energy system. And so we pay attention to our own bodies, which are different than other people's bodies. So really working on being, grateful for our own body, being kind, and listening to the messages it's telling us. Just sometimes different than other exercise, which kind of sometimes emphasizes pushing beyond your limits and that kind of thing. Well, that's not this class. We stay firmly in our limits. All right. There we go. That sounds good. Okay. Oh, I learned. I re-saw one. We hadn't done. I don't think we've ever done this one, and I thought it was kind of fun, and it felt good to me. It felt like a really good stretch, like a twist stretch. It's called bear walking. And so we come into the middle on the exhale. On the inhale, so I'm going to the right, and I come up. My left foot comes up on the ball, and the heel rises, and then I bring my hands up. Inhale, and then come back to the middle, and then going to the left. Your right heel lifts up as you're twisting. Your arms come up on the inhale. Exhale. We're just going back and forth. The hands are like this when we're coming up. I like that twist down the leg and inhaling up, bringing out stress and tension. Last one. All right. There we go. Yeah. We'll do our move the body like a river, which is a little bit helping to warm up our hips and legs. So we go into a little bit wider stance. And let's just start. We'll just start with a little weight shift back and forth. So feel in your leg like the weight, about like 80% of your weight's in that bent leg and 20 is in the extended. And then push into your heel on that weighted leg and feel your weight transfer to the middle and over to the left side. Now push into the left heel. Feel the weight transfer through the middle into your right. Push and transfer. Bend that knee a little bit if you can. Push and transfer. We're just keeping our torso upright right now, practicing the shifting the weight. So that's how they move in Tai Chi, is shifting the weight back and forth, having a weighted leg and an empty leg, or like some variation of that, like 80-20. So that's a big, seems so easy, but yeah, kind of complicated. All right, now keeping this, shifting the weight back and forth, let your torso follow behind your leg. So I push off, and it's like the hips happen, and then my torso kind of follows behind. So push over to this side and push. Hmm. This is then you can stay upright. That might feel best. If you want to try hinging, you can. And if you don't like it, you can go back up to upright. But if you want to try hinging at the waist a little bit more, keeping that weight shift, kind of coming into a squat in the middle. And then, well, come to the middle and we'll do a forward fold. So just let your body, your torso be pulled down by gravity. Rest the back of your neck. And very slowly, we're going to roll up. We'll start with bending our knees. Put your hands on your thigh. Tilt your pelvis and allow that tilting to kind of help your spine just roll up. Beep, 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 beep. All right. There you go. Okay. We'll do a balance move. So that's why some of the chairs as well are here if you need help with the balance. We'll do rooster stands on one leg. So we're going to shift the weight, but this time we're going to come on our toe. So as I shift the weight to the left, my right toe comes in by my left leg. And if this is a challenge for you, then you just stay here today and just practice coming over and bringing that foot in. And the toe kind of goes up by the ball toe of your other foot. So just over, over. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you want, now we can add a little bit of hand. So as we come over to the left, now bring your left hand like this with that. You can still keep the toe on the ground. Then when we're switching over, and now your left, I think I messed you up, sorry, but this is your left arm. And then we're coming over. Now your right arm and right knee, left arm and left knee. And now if you want to lift your knee off the ground, you can try that. And then come back over and down and up. Inhale. Remember to breathe. Exhale. Oops. Inhale and exhale. All right. Pretty good. All right. There's been lots of studies about, Tai Chi and all right. We'll just do a little, why don't you roll, you can rub your lower back and you can do a little forward and back. Just kind of rub your lower back. Let's do one of the teacups. We'll do an easy teacup just to also kind of wake up all our joints. So on the teacup exercises, we pretend like we have teacups in our palms of our hand and we're trying not to spill them. So when we go back, we're trying to keep our palms face up. And then when we come forward, you kind of have to do your elbows so you can get it to go over your head and around, then your back. So hinge at the waist, the fingers point at your waist and go back. And then do a little bit of front bend and hands overhead and around. Just imagine you have teacups in your palm. Can you face your palms to the ceiling? Keep them facing to the ceiling. Through your waist, above your head, making circles. And we're still kind of doing that little front bend and back bend. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now we're going to go the other direction. So when you hinge, now take your arms forward at first. Then bring them over the head as you do your back bend. And then behind you and through your waist. And now you're offering it in front of you again. Okay, and we'll come back to the middle. And we'll do our shaking. So this is like kind of imagine you have a baby and you're putting them to sleep and you bounce into your legs and allow that bounce in your legs to carry up your arms and shoulders. So just have your arms out to the side and let it bounce. So bouncing, knees bouncing, let it come up to your shoulders and arms. Relax behind your shoulder blades. And let's everybody do a sigh. So inhale through the nose and let's do it again. Inhale. One more. Slow it down and check it out. You check out your body, see how it feels. Notice, maybe you notice the tingling in your fingers again. Tension, the easiest place to kind of feel your energy, your body's energy, bioelectrics, is in your hands. It kind of makes sense when you're like, why, people talk about healing hands, right? There's a lot of energy in our hands. And it sometimes takes a while to start to learn to notice it. There's some people kind of notice it right away. It's okay, wherever you're at. We're just going to start to try to invite that perception. This one's called Embrace the Chi Ball, where you kind of bring your hands closer, pull it apart, and that can kind of intensify that electric feeling, almost like your hands have magnets in it. And when you push it together, like trying to push opposite magnets together, and when you pull it apart, kind of feels like magnets are trying to keep it together. It kind of dissipates the farther you get away from it. All right, we'll do kind of a Tai Chi move. Let's do cloudy hands. So this is like kind of like you're getting ready to do a dance partner, right? So you want to make room. It's like you have a balloon. It's like the energy again is like spiraling in. So you're keeping that in. Your elbows kind of relax, your shoulders relax. And that's the top hand. And the palm faces your heart. This moves through your heart. And so this is like the cloud, and this is your bottom hand's like the shadow of the cloud. So you're going to rotate to the left towards that top hand. So you mirror me. So everybody have their left hand up. Yeah. All right. And then we're going to rotate to the left. When you get all the way that you can twist in your waist, then you change hands. So the top hand drops down and the bottom hand comes up. And now your right hand is up and your left hand's down by your hip. And now we're going to twist towards the right, all the way over. And then your hands switch. One goes up, one comes down, and twist. Face the palm towards your heart. And we'll usually just inhale one direction. In the pause of the inhale, the top of the inhale, change your hands. Exhale the other direction, all the way out. In the pause, change your hands. Inhale, exhale. When you're changing hands, like almost like two elevators, right? One goes up, the other comes down. And as you get used to the movement, try to relax a bit more. We're staying upright. Our knees are slightly bent. And it's like we have a pole up and down our middle, like our spine, and we're kind of rotating around that pole. So we're not bending, we're not, doing a bunch of this, right? Up, twist around. I mean, that one's fun too, right? You like that version? rotating around. It's kind of an interesting balance between like the flow and the kind of structure of the move. There's structure, but there's relaxation. We kind of find that middle ground, structure and relaxation. Maybe you're holding your eyebrows really tight and pinching your eyebrows because it's new to you. See if you can relax your forehead. Maybe the skin on your scalp. See if you can relax that. Back of your neck. In between your shoulder blades. Breathing gently in and out through your nose. And then we'll come back to embrace the chi ball. So just in the middle. Your hands squishing a ball, pulling it apart. Like a tiny little bounce ball. Let's do Wild Horse Parts the Mane. I like that one. So now this is your left hand's out by your shoulder, your right hand's by your hip. And then you do kind of like a circle. So it's like the palms are facing opposite directions. Now they're going to be facing each other while they're in the middle. This top hand comes down the middle, and it's like you got a column of air, and it's like, ooh, it's getting pressurized. It kind of pushes that bottom hand. The bottom hand comes out just about shoulder height, not up here, not over here, right in front. And that other is by your hip. Okay. And then inhale, bring it in, push it down, and then let it come out. And then inhale. And the bottom hand stays kind of by the belly button. It's the lower dantian. So you're kind of directing energy. You're bringing energy from the outside into your lower dantian. That's where you store the energy. It's kind of like your balance point on your body. Good. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Embrace the chi ball again. We're going to bring our feet closer together. And to end, we always do a little centering. So again, put your left hand under your belly button, right hand out to the side. Inhale and exhale down the middle. Inhale, other side. Switching hands down the middle. Just again, any extra energy that we cultivated, that we released from our tension, we're storing in our lower dantian. That's our like our batteries. And that allows us to, if we need a burst of energy later, we have that savings account. We can use that extra energy. And then we'll interlock our thumbs together, put it over our belly button. The last move is all about letting go. Bamboo in the wind. Just see if you relax your body a little bit more. How does your body want to rock and sway? Let it rock and sway you. Step back from directing your body and let it rock and sway you, just like if you were a tree out in the wind. The trees don't sit there and think, I better move so the wind goes. Just lets the wind rock it. All right, and then we'll come into the middle. And thank you guys so much for coming today. Yay. All right. Yeah.